Hello there and welcome back to my continuing discussion on how to prepare a cash flow statement from a spreadsheet. In part 1, we looked at how to analyze cash flow from operating activities by looking at current assets, liabilities, and the income statement and putting the changes in those accounts on a spreadsheet. In part 2, we looked at analyzing the changes in the other asset accounts and putting those in a spreadsheet in the investing section, and analyze the changes in long-term liabilities and stockholders' equity accounts and put those in the financing section of a worksheet. The last thing we have to do is to actually make a cash flow statement under the direct method from the worksheet. Let's return to the worksheet for a moment. So as we analyze changes in all of our accounts, we captured the change in a journal entry that recorded the change in the balance of the related account and then its effect on cash. And the effect on cash was placed in this section of the worksheet. If it was relating to operations, it was placed in the operating section. If it was related to other assets, it was placed in the investing section. And if it was related to debt or equity other than current liabilities, it was placed in the cash flow from financing activities section. When it was all said and done, we noticed that our totals balanced. I had to keep changing my formulas because I kept inserting rows on our worksheet. Remember to do that. And after each journal entry, check to make sure you're in balance. And if you're in balance in your debits and credits, then you know your journal entry's balance. And if every account ties across, then you know your worksheet will be complete and accurate when you make it. If you're out of balance, you need to find the journal entry that's wrong, and that's why I numbered them 1 through, I think, 17, so they were linked together. And if you're balanced but you still don't have the right cash flow amount, but your totals are good, then you've left off an account. It's that easy. There's no other options. I like the worksheet because you can't make a mistake when you use it and use it properly. So now I want to show you how we transfer this information onto a statement of cash flows. Notice the cash flow from operations is 55, from investing a minus 16, from financing 6, and the change in cash 45. Let's take a look at a finished cash flow statement relating to this problem. So here's our cash flow statement for Ducks, not sure which company. Notice the heading. The heading is correct in that it identifies the company, which statement's being looked at, and that it's for a period of time. It also identifies that we were rounding in thousands. We have cash flow from operating activities, the dollar sign on the first number in the column, and the total being brought over. Notice the 55 ties to our worksheet. Net cash flows from operating. Then we had cash flows from investing, and notice the 16 ties to our worksheet. And then we had cash flows from financing. Notice the 6 tied to our worksheet. The net change in cash was 45. And then it added the beginning balance from the balance sheet in 2012 to the change in cash, and it shows the ending balance, and it ties to the balance sheet of the current period. Notice also that we had a non-financing activity. If you'll recall, I had a star by the land we acquired by issuing a note. Anytime you have a significant non-cash transaction, it needs to be shown as a note to the statement of cash flows. is an example of a nice cash flow statement prepared from the worksheet that we made together. And as we talked about, the worksheet, when completed correctly, doesn't allow you to be out of balance, or it points right to where it's wrong. Either a journal entry or an account isn't working for you. And then you just pick up those exact numbers and bring it over onto a cash flow statement. You'll be doing a cash flow statement as part of your exam coming up for Chapter 21. Please recognize these conventions and apply them appropriately. This then completes our exercise, which we've been doing to illustrate a cash flow statement. Our last step was to actually prepare a cash flow statement from the spreadsheets that we created in step 3. I hope this helps your understanding with the statement of cash flows created on the direct method. It's one of our required financial statements, and interestingly enough, it's the one that's surviving the convergence from GAAP to IFRS accounting the most nicely. So good luck on your upcoming exam, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye for now.